My name is Justin, and this is my assignment on progression and regression. I'm going to be demonstrating 4 exercises today, 2 open kinetic chain exercises and 2 closed kinetic chain exercises. Quickly, to clarify what the difference between those two is, a closed kinetic chain exercise is where your hands or your feet are planted against the ground, against an immovable object, I should say, and moves your body of mass, whereas in an open kinetic chain exercise, your arms or your legs are able to move freely throughout the air. To start off, I'll start with the lower extremities, starting with the basic squat. This is the closed kinetic chain exercise, with your feet at about a 10-15 degree angle, pointed laterally, straight. You want to keep your butt pointed out and sit as low as possible while keeping your shoulders front and come up. A way to make this more difficult would be to take a barbell and put it overhead, creating an imbalance, which then makes it more difficult as you sit down. A way to simply make the squat easier would just be to widen your feet and shorten the range of motion. Next, we'll go to the open kinetic exercise, which will be a seated leg extension with a resistance band. With your back straight, sitting straight up, just extend the leg. I can make this more difficult by moving farther away from the point. As you can see, it's much more difficult for the band to stretch as far as it can go. And to make it easier, I could simply relocate the band farther up my leg and shorten the range of motion again, creating less time under tension. Now, for the open kinetic chain exercise, upper body is the bicep curl. Regularly, you may just pronated with no time under tension. And if you want to make it more difficult, you can sit yourself down, put your arm at an angle, and keep your pinky against, in line with your shoulder. To make this easier, we can simply curl the wrist as we come up. Now for the closed kinetic chain upper body exercise, we'll move on to pull-ups. Hopefully you guys can see. Normal variation, just with your arms straight like this. To make it easier, you can keep your feet on the ground and give yourself a little boost. And to make it harder, we can do a chin up or even add weight if you had yourself a belt. And to make it harder, we can straighten out our legs. And that's my assignment on progression regression.